Okay, you can turn off from here. Sorry, that was my computer. So I want to, propose a scenario to you. Let's say you're the weird kid. Or maybe you're already the weird kid in real life. Kudos to you then. That's awesome. Weird kids are awesome. And you know you're not exactly like everyone else. And probably don't exactly try to go change that. Let's say maybe you don't even know why you're weird, why you act the way you do, but you can't help it, but you know you're weird. You know people don't really like you. You know they laugh at you. You know that they aren't very genuine when they're nice to you. What if every time someone was nice to you, you didn't trust it? Because in the past, you had had no reason to. Because that's the cause and effect of this whole thing. Yeah. Because I've dealt with this and I've seen other people deal with it, and over the course of this school year, I've been seeing someone in one of my classes go through this. Okay, so, yeah, you're the weird kid. And people laugh at you, audibly, to your face, in the halls. People whisper about you, people talk about you, and you hear it. People throw things at you, maybe even. They throw things at me. They still do. Well, not within the past week or so, but notable example at the beginning of this year, first few months of school year, I've had people throw little pieces of paper at me. Oh, I guess that's not really physical assault. Sorry, in case you're wondering, I'm filming this video on my computer and my iPad because both of them have a tendency to crash in the middle of videos. And that pisses me off, so I'm saving it in 2 places. And so you're in class, and the teacher's there. The teacher is right there. And the kids start talking to you, asking questions, saying, let's say you draw, and you know you don't draw well. Say you like to draw because it relaxes you, and you no, you don't draw well, basically. And these kids suddenly come up to you and like, oh, can you draw me, or can you draw something for me? And these kids are intimidating. So you don't really want to say no. Because then they'll be all like, oh, why not? In front of the whole class, when they know full well why not. Because they don't really mean it. You really don't want to deal with them asking why not. So you go along with it. You just try your best, whatever. You go along with it because you don't know what else to do. And, so they laugh. But they don't say anything in that moment, not while the teacher's around, of course. They don't say anything like, oh, you're such a dork. No, they just say stuff like, oh, you're so good, things that, well, I can draw. I can draw pretty well. If you haven't seen any of my drawings, check out. Oh, well, just ask me. Anyhow, I think a lot of people know me, have seen them, and if you don't know me and you'd like to see them, that's cool too. Oh. Cool. Anyhow, I posted a few on Tumblr. Anyhow, but that's just hypothetical. The hypothetical situation is wrong. So, you don't trouble. And, so this really bothers you because you're an introvert. You don't like people you like people a lot. The thing about being an introvert is that human interaction kind of gets old really fast because introverts don't need as much of it as extroverts do. It's not that we're less in any ways, it's just that we are better at filling our need for social interaction. We fulfill it faster because we don't need as much. It's like, just like how someone who has larger lungs doesn't need to come up for air as often when they're swimming. And if they do come up for air, it would annoy them because they wouldn't swim as fast as if they just came up when they needed it. They came up for air as often. So people who are introverts, it's not that there's anything wrong with them. There's actually something, I'm not going to say that we're better than extroverts, but we don't need as much. We aren't as needy. And if you know me, you might think I'm needy. But really, I'm not. I'm just really insecure. So basically, this whole thing scares you a lot. And, yet you don't say anything. Maybe you've said something before. Maybe you do say something this time. But it will happen again, and next time you probably won't say anything because you realize very fast that you don't know exactly how to explain what's going on. Not really. You realize very fast that this isn't something that's in the imaginary bullying identification guide. This is not what they talk about at the teacher meetings after school. The teachers don't know it's bullying, and if you report it, oftentimes they won't do anything because you can't exactly tell them what's going on. Because obviously they can't just look and use this sense for themselves, right? No, that'd be too much trouble. And should teachers have to be watching out for bullies? I believe that they should. I absolutely do. Because even if they think teaching is their main responsibility, yes it is. But you know what? There have been points in my life, like now, when I dreaded going to school so much that I've hidden in the bathroom and cried. I've never skipped class, I've never skipped school without it being, without having permission from my mom. Like, I do take mental health days sometimes. And there's nothing wrong with that because mental health is just as important as physical health. But I don't skip school, but I'd love to. School can be rather horrible for someone who's being bullied. It's horrible. And every day, you know that you're not going to find any sense of warmth when no one's really going to accept you. That's horrible. And yeah, maybe you have friends, but maybe they're not in all your classes. Maybe there's one class where you get bullied a lot more than the other ones. For me, it's math. Big surprise, math is my class that isn't honors or AP. I want you, those of you who are going through bullying, just look at the bullies. Look at the people who are bullying you. First of all, this is just on a side note. How old are you? Chances are you're, oh great, now the computer's disconnected. Yeah. And chances are maybe they're not as smart as you. Think about it. Are they the kind of people who cheat for most of the work? Are they young? If you're in middle school, you're young. I'm sorry. I know people don't like to face it. 9th grade and younger. people haven't yet gotten used to the fact that you have to get your own entertainment. You can't just feed off of other people's emotions. So oftentimes bullies are not as mature. People who bully people aren't as mature a lot of the time. They aren't as intelligent. They aren't as, intellectual. Because people who are intellectuals have hobbies. People who are smart know enough to know that it's way more fun to listen to music or read a book than it is to make someone cycle thing out. It's going to take forever to upload. Thanks, YouTube, fucking up on the other computer. Okay, so people who are bullying you don't define who you are. If you're not being bullied, if you're mistreated in any other way, people who give you shit are the ones who have problems, not you. Not you. You're not perfect, no one's perfect, but they can't define you like you can. You define you. But the point of this video is that what do you do when you become everything you promised yourself you'd never be? Recently I've become a bystander. This boy in my class was going through exactly the scenario I just proposed. Pretty much. That was my life. And now it's this kid. What this kid is dealing with, I'm not dealing with it as much anymore, but now he is. And I realized today, as I was putting my headphones back on, because people were talking, I just hate it when it all starts for the day. I can't bear it. I realized I was putting my headphones on, my music louder. I'm ignoring it. I'm a bystander. And what the hell? I don't want to be a bystander. I don't want to be one of those people who could have helped but didn't. So my challenge for you is this. If you don't automatically think what's going on is wrong, think about this. If it was happening to you, would you be happy about it? Would you like it? And just as boiling water makes the celery soft and the egg harder, hard-boiled eggs, not everything affects everyone the same way, but think about this. Think about how it could affect someone. Think about how it would affect someone whose biggest insecurity is being attacked. Just think of it that way. Is it cool in that way? And I only have 2 minutes left, so I'm going to be trying to be right. Just think about how it would affect someone. Think about how it would affect anyone. Think about the worst case scenario, and if you don't think it's okay, if you don't think about it's okay by every standard, think about it harder, because it might be bullying. A lot of bullying goes on, and people don't even realize it's bullying. And when you do notice bullying, think, what am I going to do? Don't think, oh, I wish someone would stop it. Think, what am I going to do? Because there have been whole murder cases where tons and tons of people have watched and no one's done anything. You know why? Because they assume someone else is going to do something. There's nothing wrong with telling what's going on, alerting someone, and don't be afraid to tell multiple times if you have to until something is done, because there are people's lives at stake. With bullying, it kills people. And if you are getting enjoyment, this is another note to totally other group of people who are bullies. If you're getting enjoyment out of somebody else's pain, that's just sick, okay? It's just sick. I wish I could show you what it's done to me. Bullying pretty much got me to a place where no one should ever have to go. And I'm back from there. I'm back. I'm surviving. I survived bullying. And no one should have to feel like they're a survivor of some horrible event, because bullying is horrible. And, it's terrible. And, just try to think about your actions. And just try to take responsibility. Even if you feel like somebody else should do it. Because sometimes you have to do things like that. That's all I have. Bye.